So we're working on a dune buggy. This is our third one this week. It's got a few problems, but it also runs unlike the other ones. So first order of business, there is some sketchy wiring. They redid this with a solenoid, and then they put this extra starter switch. So we'll figure that out. Also, handbrake does not engage, so we're gonna have to adjust the brakes. Also, this exhaust system is not working. There's like flexi pipe with some random lawnmower exhaust pipe, and then down here, this is where it originally broke off, and then way underneath here, the exhaust pipe actually is missing its bolt, so it's not even connected. It just blows smoke. So we'll be messing around with that for the next 20 minutes, and then we'll probably just go for a ride because I like having fun. Alright, so the guy before me did some weird stuff. He made this plate for I don't know what, and then he used this old nut as a spacer, and now I'm not sure if this goes through or not, but luckily we're taking this off. It doesn't look good. So we've got just this flat bar, which is ridiculous, and it comes here. 2 drywall screws around here, but it's actually bolted in through there, so I'm gonna have to grab a ratchet and undo that first. This is weird because you need a bolt here to hold these, like, well, this mud flap onto the rest of the frame, but then he extended the bolt, so we might have to get some more hardware. Now that this is out, there's that one, and we'll do the lower one. So there we go. Alright, mud flap's fallen off, but this should give us alright, look at that, it's out. So now that we've got this contraption disposed of, I guess we'll just get some more bolts so we can put the fender back on and then deal with this floppy setup. Okay, so now with the exhaust contraption removed, I gotta reinstall this fender, so grab some hardware here. And on the other side I was checking, they use a lock nut so that with all the vibrations it doesn't come out, so it should be pretty quick to assemble now. And there we go, so that fender is back on nice and tight just like the other side, so now we'll probably look into this wiring. So far what we've done on this is ridden it around a little bit. We took the exhaust off because that was just not meant for this thing, and then we also changed the oil in it. So now what I'm going to tackle is there's these weird wires that run along here, and then there's like 2 starter solenoids, an extension cord, and some other weird stuff. So I'm going to try and sort all this wiring out and make it a lot nicer and not just have a solenoid electrical taped onto the frame. Start with doing is pull all these things off, undo the tape, look at what we're dealing with. My guess is that solenoid went bad or the key tumbler went bad. I'm not sure why someone would mess it up this bad, but we're gonna see if we can fix it. So it's the next day and we ended up getting the new solenoid from Amazon, and it works perfectly. Super happy with that. We don't have that junky looking wiring hanging down here anymore. So it wasn't starting right. We just took off the carburetor. You can see down there, there's nothing in there anymore. So if we come over here, you can see we're starting to take it apart. Not really sure what's going to be in there, but hopefully we can clean it up and make it run better. Alright, here I was able to get the screws out, so took the bowl off, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like, it's all clean. So I'm going to take this out and just check the jets here, but I really don't think this is going to be our problem. We're possibly looking at a broken choke solenoid, or the air box might be clogging the airflow for starting, but we'll see when we dig that apart. So we now got the new carburetor in there. You can see it right there, and got the boot hooked up. So I'm just gonna hop in and give it a try. All right, we're still struggling with the buggy. So we got a brand new carb on here, right in there. Got the brand new starter solenoid. Not that really affects anything. Remove the air box and air filter to make sure that wasn't plugged. That was holding it back. The exhaust could be it. It's not a two-stroke though, so I don't think it will be the issue. Issue that we're having is it's not revving up all the way. So I pulled this off because I wanted to look inside, because this is an old carburetor, and inside of it there's this big diaphragm piece that when there's vacuum it gets sucked up, and that allows, so when there's vacuum, I'll demonstrate it here for you. So when there's vacuum, this is how it is in resting position all the way down, and then when there's vacuum it starts to open up, and then on the other side is a butterfly for the throttle, and then once you kick the throttle, that's what allows it to start going, and that's how they're getting like a variable throttle, I guess, is how I would say it. So I'm thinking, gonna pull out off the valve cover and see if I can lash those valves, see if that helps. So got a ratchet right here, need to put on a 10 mil and then we'll be good. Well, the Dune buggy finally runs. So after we put in that new solenoid to get the key working, and as well as that new carburetor, it still didn't run right. So what I did was pulled off the valve cover there and lashed the valves. I also adjusted the parking brake and filled it up with some new gas. So that's where this video is going to end. Seems to work pretty well. Doesn't run perfectly, but it runs well enough for now to enjoy it for a little bit. Go ahead and do another oil change with some thicker oil, because we actually put thinner stuff in it. That was just a little bit of mishap on our part. All that's left to do is rip it around.